Hey guys, awkward here. Hi, and today I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Lord, I forgot. Turn off the music so I can listen to the. There you go. It seems pretty cool. It says, what did it say? Um, what's the word? Dark stuff? Scheiße, I can't. Do not play this if you're easily disturbed. That's what it was, okay? Oregon, please enter your name. You know, that works, yeah. It don't matter. Hey! I see an annoying girl on towards from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just so kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Damn. Shh, motherfucker. Oh, shh. Oh. However, just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. Camden. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. What do you say, Sayori? Please help me. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Camden, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I did not. Trust me. Sure, it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whichever she's going on about. Can we turn the music down? It's a little bit too loud. Sayori likes to worry a little bit. Now it's a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills. Well, that sounds exactly like me. So no clubs? Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by... I don't know. Why am I playing this game? First of all, it's a horror game and it says, disturbing stuff. It seems sick. No. Well, disturbing. Well, More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Yes, school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Coffee candy, come on. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime oh lord. Hello? I hate anime. I'm playing this game because it's horror. Sayori? Sayori must have come to the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out. So I came in. I need help. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sorry. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. I'm not. Sori is vice president of the Literature Club. I'm ditching out of that one. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. That makes sense. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Yeah. Bro, really? What is wrong with you? Yeah, I'm not going to the anime club either, hell no. I'd rather go to literature than anime. Glasses, bro. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. But that's not a sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Oof. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member's here. Why did I sound like that? I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glanced around the room. Lord. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Hi, girl one. Nice name you have there. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Camden, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. If there's no dudes here, I'm leaving. Sorry. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Yep, I'm out. Peace. I can't talk to just people. Nonetheless, girls. You want me to talk to them? It's a literature club. I'd gladly join the anime club if it's full of dudes. That sounded gay. Oh, Lord. Oh. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Humph. Girl sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. This speck won't get off my glasses. You can't just ignore her when she gets moody. Oh, please shut up. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. I'm a fast reader, so well, it's nice to meet both of you. And sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Camden. Monica's okay, why are you... Are you twin? We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. But having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Camden. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? Literature club, bro, what? So what's the horror part? I came here for the disturbing stuff. Few girls, yeah, doesn't matter. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As I already mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! What? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Can we just eat them? Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Yeah, please. I grabbed one first and I follow. It's delicious. Mouthful and already managed to get icing on her face. Yeah. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Did she poison it? She waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you know? You dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set. Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Coffee does. I like coffee better. You got coffee? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. I don't. Well, that's me then, because that is me. So, no tea, thank you. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Madoka raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I got forced here, sorry. I did not want to join here. I wanted to take a look at the anime club. Probably was going to join there either, but you know. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori, then say I was forced. Well then, forced by Sayori, which meant... Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. I know what. I don't know when. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes the school's events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. So when does death start happening? Just a question. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Camden, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, let's see, we got horror books. I like those a lot. Just comic books. Well, no, graphic novels, really. Just any fun books. Horror. Yeah, but just any. Well, except, you know, the science books, you know what I'm saying? You know, like the National Geographic, that's those, you know, non-fun books. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Those are one I do not like, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna have to get that out of here. I muttered quiet to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Yeah, I throw those out the window. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after steering Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Lord. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive, so what's your favorite? Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. You know what? That's me. Except I changed the books to like video games. Well, video games books. Half and half. I guess anyone chooses one though, because but you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination, completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Yes. I read a horror book once. I've read many. I'd actually grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having conversation with a rock. You smell with them. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Suki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. I like horror because, you know, the killers and the kills instead of that, so it's fun. Like, half the time I hope for the survivors to actually, everyone dies. You know? Because I feel like the killer is just way better and cooler. Well, no, survivors just like Wrong Turn. Those killers were sick, inbred cannibals. The way they killed, bro, the second kill actually, the first kill they show, like the barbed wire on her mouth. That was sick, dude. Awesome. Three fingers, my favorite. Three fingers, bro. Sawtooth. One eye is a little bit weird, but see, like movies like that, it was crazy. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Probably get back to the game, though. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as your... Sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you wrote your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? Yes, I would love to read them. No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You are going to show them to me, or I'm jumping out this window. You wouldn't like them. How would I know? How would you know, actually? Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example, help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I want to read everyone's poems. They all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Such original idea, where'd you get that from? Smart, are we? Where my mouth? Then, next time we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other, and strengthen the bond of our club. I can write a poem, bro. Well, not me, but, you know, ChatGPT can. Just go like, like, horror poem, you know? And be like, I did it. Isn't that right, Camden? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Camden... You all, that's me. Oh, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll be joining the literature club. Damn it! One by one, the girl's eyes light up. You're joining just because... Bro, you don't even like it. Just because bro, do something you love. I mean, I'm talking to myself. Like, is there like a horror club? Drama club? Theater? I ain't gonna do the literature club. I don't like it. I don't care. There could be 1,000 girls and I ain't joining. Guess I'm so happy. Wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Oh, well, I did actually. Now it's me time to leave, thank you. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Camden, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class on Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chats as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Camden, since you're already done here, do you want to walk home together? No. That's right, Yuri and I never walk home together anymore, because she always stays after school for clubs. Sure, you might as well. Yay! Can I run? With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day at the school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of the girls. Not because you don't like the literature club, you just like them, so you won't be like... You'll be happy going to the meetings, but you don't actually like the club, just saying. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Better be a good one, damn it. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Let's see, favorite club member? I'm gonna pick what I like. Agonizing. Crimson. Milk. Massacre, obviously. Despise. What the fuck is pinking swimsuit games? Or, hell yeah. Inferno. I like socks. Dance, hair, cue, playground, bed, I guess dance. That makes sense. 20, bro, you know I got that aura, you know what I'm saying? Frightening, hell yeah. Chocolate. Anxiety. Uncanny. Marriage. Okay. Existence. Scars. I didn't mean to do that. I don't even know what I picked. Uncontrollable. Just jump. Tragedy. Okay. I didn't care about them. What I wanted to pick. Hi again, Camden. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. I always keep my word. Okay. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Camden. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Come on, like he deserves any slack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica saying Monica and manga, whatever. Manga is a literature. Mango, I'm calling it. Mango is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into I'm kidding, I'm just gonna call him manga. Don't worry, guys. Camden always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. When do I do that? How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. You know what, that would actually make sense. A lot. And you almost set your house on fire once. That also makes sense, okay. Yeah, so that... Is that so? You are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Why would you say that out loud? I might be a little jealous of that. How come you and Kenda can become good friends too? Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. That's her. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. You're going to show it to me. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. That'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. That does not sound like me, but Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. Read and chill, That's like a plan, actually. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. That's me, off. Yuri, thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book if you... But what is it? Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Suri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. When can I share my poem? Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Will I finally write something for literature? And I can't even show... I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. Nah, really. Well, you just... It's a book? Same one, eh? No, how'd she know? Oh, she looked at me. Who would have thought? Just staring her down. She sticks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I remember this sensing I made her uncomfortable. I mean, it makes sense, spacing out. You sometimes accidentally look at people and you're just like... You're just like, whoa, okay. And looking at you weird and like, oh, damn. My bad. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come I have you 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. She already read the book. No, she hasn't. She's lying. She bought 2 books. Either she's actually rereading, or she bought 2 books so we could read them together and like be on the same page and stuff and be like, oh my gosh, did you expect that? No, that's crazy. What about that? Oh, and just like, drink tea and read it together. Or she actually read the book and just like, this is a good book. Gonna give it to him. Let's read it together. Like I have never read it before. No, I'm kidding. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. No, really, there's something fairly obvious that the 4 girls are not telling. That looks... Bro, I would never have been in this club. I'd definitely start reading it soon. I'd be kicked out immediately, even if I joined. I feel like I just weird them out. They'd run away from me. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging, relatable story. Is that so? So you have read it. Okay. What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. She has not read it. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Portrait of Markov. Vodka. Strong like a bear. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. So she has read it, or not, But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. While her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of weird. What sense does that make? She just moved in with her long-lost sister, she's getting targeted, she doesn't know who to trust. Either the sister did some experimentations and now they're taking it on the family, or they just went, yeah, screw her. Random person? Yeah, we're killing her. I gotta get it back. Turn off the heater, very, very hot in here. It's kind of I'm in here. I'm sorry. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Camden? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah. I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. And horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the... Hold up a second. They're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Yes, so if you shut your mouth... Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I shouldn't let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I'll slip into the seat next to yours. Yeah. Do we have any beanbags in this room? Like, is this the actual room where it's just seats here, like our actual classroom? Or, we actually just put the seats at, like, the sides of the walls, and it's like, bro, beanbag. Imagine, dude. The sides of the wall, there's, like, beanbags in the middle. That'd be nice, bruh. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. Oh, I'll just leave them. It's no problem. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I already distract them all with my good looks. Open the book and start the prologue. Nice to understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, bro, my book is the same. You look at yours, I look at mine. If I see you one more time, I'm out. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Look at my book one more time, I'm locking myself in that closet, I swear. There's a chair right there. I'll sit in there and I'll read myself. Read by myself, okay? You might hear me talk to myself there. Be like even worse, like, what is he doing? Well, I'm just talking. You just put your ear in the door and you're like, damn, he's talking to himself. What a weird... Okay, I'm talking to him. Yuri, really, this is me. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against the ears and hold my book more between the two of them. She has her own, man! PGR! I suppose so. Very timidly closes her own copy. What's the difference? Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Mary takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side. But that looks horrible. It's like the book is... She's... Like, it's nowhere near you. You kind of have to lean over, be like... And you go flip the page back. You're like, okay. Yeah, got it. It seems like a horrible position to hold the book. Plus, reading one book with two people, like, side by side, that's already horrible. Because you don't know how to fucking hold it, and that way it's not doing anything. That way you turn a page and yours slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side, but in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together. Yeah, that's even worse. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Well, maybe you look at the book, then you won't focus on her. Eh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over Yuri's face again and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up. And it depends how you're reading. If you're reading out loud to each other, if you're just one of them reading out loud, then you know when to put the... But if you're reading it like, okay, why are you staring at me? Just noticed. Yeah, just look at the page, please. This is very weird. But it's like, if you're reading in your mind, then you'd be like, one person will be done before, and then the other person's just like, the bad guy. The bad guy took a bad... Oh, okay, next page. And you're like, damn, I've been done for 2 minutes, hurry up. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, is everyone just watching us? Like, are they just... I mean, they're having their own conversation, it says. Natsuki's in the closet, fucking Monica and Sayori, whatever their names are, having a conversation. Those things. Gaga. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition, yep. Then say something, bro. Bro, if I was there, I'd be like, hold up a second, I'm not done finishing the damn page. I don't want to talk like that, but, like, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm not done. Can you please not flip the page yet, okay? Because I want to read it too. We can do the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. You're turning a piece of paper. What is intimate about that? My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Oh, you think so? But you only got a few glances of the page. If she's done before you, you're just taking a look and like, damn, okay. So she's shy, she apologizes a lot, purple hair, that seems like her. On the other page, she loves torturing people. You'd be like, exactly like her. No difference there. How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. You know, that actually sounds exactly like me. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your manners. What is it, overthinking, basically? Like, I don't know, I do that, but I don't, maybe, I don't know, maybe I should, yeah, that's more like me. I see. You remain silent for a moment, but Camden, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. So embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I meant it I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you're so conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, bro, you just said she was cute. You can't deny that. Okay, everyone. Can I do our... Yes! Wait, can I hear my own poem, or is it just skips me? I have to hear my own poem, right? I don't know what it's about. I think it's time we should poem with each other. We might not even have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. Well, I only like reading in my bed, so I'm just saying you're gonna come over to my... Okay. I'm sorry about that. That was horrible. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Get a bookmark, maybe. Don't know why you said that like that, but just get a bookmark. I mean, sometimes I don't get bookmarks because, you know, I memorize it too, but then it's always horrible trying to find the fucking page. So maybe just get a bookmark. There's nothing on that one. Grab it. There's nothing on these like post-it notes, right? Or something. I don't know. Just take the entire board down. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, of course. It's about death, torture, agonizing pain, dance, socks, if you could believe it. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've really never done this before. Well, no, it's not embarrassing to be like, you say there a bunch of... Well, it has to be a love poem. If you see, like, brutalized, like, murder, death, murder. I don't think girls can be like, oh my gosh, he's so inspiring. He loves writing poems. He's so artistic. Oh my gosh, he's hot. They'll probably be like, what the hell? It's like the quiet kid in the back of class that reads that. But if it's like some cheesy love thing, they'd be like, oh my gosh, no, I didn't know. Or they'd just be like, I do not care. Anyway, back to the game. Well, no, I feel like, though, that's just... Well, now that everybody's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Siri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Siri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Fancy. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I did the same myself. I don't know why I turned British there. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, I think it's death and like agonizing pain. I don't think anybody else here likes that. I feel like she would though, since she's kind of into horror. So, there are socks in there. Who likes socks here? I don't know. You seem the most experienced, so I should start with her. Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was it? Did I say that out loud? Yuri's first covers her mouth, but it ends up covering her whole face. Ooh. He's going to hate me. Really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Here, takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Maybe I should have done the horror thing to, like, Natsuki, because she seems less horror, and I feel like that'd freak her out, and that'd be freaking funny. I messed up, didn't I? Use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really? Huh? He stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. Traces her finger down along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more through. Okay, well, maybe we won't start because she keeps apologizing. Get on with it. You're good. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Can we start now? Her stammering's completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. I just dozed off there. What the hell was I reading? Biased? Ow. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if you're apologizing to yourself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process, but oh, she reads my poem. I definitely should have read it to Natsuki, bro. She'd be like, what the fuck? You're smart, Emily. That's a rare opportunity for him, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? That scared me. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. Bathing. That says bathing, right? Yeah. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe? Calm. Is that breathe? No, bathe, right? Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. Light flickers. I flicker back. What the hell did I just read? I'm sorry, I have such chipper handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. It took you a long time to read, because I can't read it. You have such good writing. I don't know what you're saying. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. You write in cursive, I'm gonna be like... Flicker... What's that? Flicker or finger? Which one? That's... Oh, Lord. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. It was short. Oh, shh, bro. Me, mate. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Wait, was I talking the entire time? Are you into ghost theory? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Camden. Really? Must totally missed a point. I heard streetlight. Well, I suppose you only glanced at it after all. Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. What are you, flickering? Or bathing? I don't fucking know. They usually do more than tell a simple story. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Oh, that's me. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Camden. Me too. Do I know what I said? If I have to go through all these fucking people, I am out of the game, I swear. Sure. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. It's a little blunt. Oh, not as fun then. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. Murdered? Is it? That's not an emotion, but like... So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. People can try, but they will all fail and die. I've always written a better one. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. I don't love it, though. It's horrible. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. Isn't that the point in poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it all fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. No, it's just like, okay, you're going somewhere, eagles can fly, people can try, what else? And you're just like, boom. And that's about it, and you're just like, oh. That's just there, that's just like a dead end. It's a dead end, that's what it is. So you did. I guess more went to it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Well, the thing is, you have to explain to it. If people won't immediately get it, you have to explain it, and then every time you do a poem, you're like, what is this? And you're like, oh, I get it now. Still fucking horrible. Didn't expect from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Would have thought you were young. Aside who wrote that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Someone else? Okay, that was quicker than Yuri. I'm glad I did Yuri first, dude. That was freaking long as hell, dude. She would not shut up. Sure. I do the president last. I gotta, impress the president. You know what I'm saying? This is a good poem, Camden. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Camden. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only real good people do. Thanks, Yuri. I'm not sure if Yuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay. Now, you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to get me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but, did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I got to do last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. It's about breakfast. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. No bacon. Okay. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point. I usually skip breakfast, to be honest. I'm not a morning person or anything, so, I don't eat that. I only barely eat lunch, too, but, dinner's okay for one day, right? Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Hey, Camden. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Though, of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Oh, of course, that's me. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, wanna share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Camden. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Monica, my poem. Great job, Camden. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's about murder. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. I just thought it was dark. So, like Siri, he usually likes simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yeah, I know. Breakfast, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Very challenging to write like that effectively. both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel. By letting them deeply analyze all the nuisance. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level up. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before you're comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find that kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most, so don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. That's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. Shh, you got a whole scroll, you mother... It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Damn. That was deep. What the f... What did you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sir, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, but I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I dozed off. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're doing nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. I don't know why I said my regular voice for her. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Camden did too, so based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Camden liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. That's not Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Camden appreciates my advice more than you appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's... What am I playing? Whose stuff magically... Oh my gosh, I can't even... Whose hair magically grew a size bigger as soon as Camden started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as they've just noticed I was standing there. Camden! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Shut up. The meaning should jump out there at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Camden. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effective. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Camden? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Of course... Natsuki, you're right that I like your poem. See? Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. Bro, I was right here the entire time. I heard everything. You were being the dick for... I understand. Yuri, you were being rude first. Excuse me. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. Okay, I'm saving this. And that will be it for today. So, I was awkward, or Camden, and that was it.